I'm Jack Schultz. I'm director of the Christopher Bond Life Sciences Center, and I gave a presentation today about how to improve communicating science to the public. Oh, it's a long and difficult road. We scientists have to learn to use a vocabulary that's appropriate for our audience. We have to learn that we don't need to tell the audience every single little thing that we've ever thought of, because we'll fill up their brains and they won't remember anything. And we have to realize that different audiences have different personalities, they have different cultural traits, and we need to work with those traits rather than combat them to get our message across. Things we need to learn to deal with when we try to know and work with our audience include a series of psychological shortcuts people use called cultural biases, in which they sort of use their own intuition in interpreting things they hear and see. So, for example, anyone's perception of the value of a thing or the importance of a thing depends on the framework in which it occurs, in the context in which it occurs. So by changing the context or the frame, you can change the public's or anyone's ability to understand what you're trying to get across. Dr. Shelley Rogers in the Strategic Communications Department in our University of Missouri Journalism School and I have recently received a National Science Foundation grant to do tests of different ways of training scientists to communicate better. There are a lot of workshops available. It seems like everyone has a good idea about how to improve science communication, but there really have been no serious tests to see what works. And so we'll be testing hypotheses about some of the things I talked about today, whether it really matters in communicating science to pay attention to these things. This is not my first Saturday morning science talk. I don't remember. It's either the second or third. I suspect it's the third. Usually I talk about our research on plants dealing with insects that are attacking them. That's mostly a chemistry story, and it has to do with plants perceiving that they're being attacked and how they do that, how they coordinate their response, and how they fight back. Oh, Saturday morning science is a critical component of the Columbia culture now. It's been running for many years and has a dedicated audience, and all the dedicated ones were out today in very, very cold weather, and it's a great contribution to the community.